Welcome to Real Talk Wrestling here on Finn's Talk Extra. I don't know what this banner is at the bottom, and I don't know how to stop it, but it's gonna. Oh, there it is. But this is not downstairs. Is not us. But go ahead and follow these guys. They're good people. Part of the Finn's Talk Sports Network, of course. Finn's Talk Extra. What's going on, guys? We took a break last week, but we're back. We have limited dates here, Bobby. I told Bobby up front we have limited dates. We're counting them down, and this last week wasn't one of our dates, so. But we're back to talk about the Saudi show, Saudi. Seth and Punk and Evolution. And guys, I had the best ever AEW minute plan for tonight's show, so I cannot wait to get into that as well.
Do you feel like this is the week that you finally talk Clutch into watching it?
I don't like you. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna get Clutch into watching it because they're doing their biggest show during like a WWE weekend as well. So it's going to be difficult. There's a lot of wrestling going on this week or next weekend. I don't know if you heard, Chris. We got SmackDown, of course, on Friday. Then we have All In, of course. Then we have Evolution, of course. Clutch, is there like an NXT show as well?
As far as I know, no, there isn't.
There
is. The Great American Bash.
Great American Bash. I knew there was another show. And they're all just like on top of each other. There's an ROH show as well. ROH shows doing a show. So a lot of shows next weekend. And guess what, Chris? It's All In, right? AEW All In. What do you think I'll be doing during AEW All In? This happens every year. No, this happens every year.
Fantasy football draft.
That is the same day as my Scott Fishbowl live draft in Orlando.
It is.
I'm so upset because I was going to buy All In. I was going to watch All In. I was going to pay the $50 and watch the Texas Death Match. I was going to watch the Casino Gauntlet Royale with MJF. I was going to watch it all. I'm really hyped. I think this is the best build for any pay-per-view they've ever had since probably 2022. I'm not kidding. It's been a really good television.
Okay.
We're not to the AEW minute yet, so we'll get there soon.
I'm excited for it.
We'll get to the Saudi show. I want to lead off with John Cena beats CM Punk with some help from unsuspected, I wouldn't say friends, but unsuspected people. And John Cena teased a babyface turn. Cartoony, but he still did it. So Clutch, when we lead with you, how did you like this match? I know you were really looking forward to it. This was your childhood. Tell me all about it.
The only match on the entire show I was looking forward to. And you know what? Seeing the build-up for this match, we didn't talk about it last week. The pipe bomb, the reverse pipe bomb. I don't know what you call it. The reverse pipe bomb. The punkonomics. For 2025, where we are at, that was probably the best build you could have gotten to that match, considering where they're at in their careers and everything involved. And you know what? I enjoyed the match. I actually did. There were some callbacks. I think Punk, he can still obviously go in the ring. Cena probably had one of his better matches, in my opinion, since being back. And I think Punk said it at some point there that Punk and Cena are just wrestling soulmates, that they just make each other better. And I enjoyed that match. I enjoyed watching the match. Probably the only match I was really, really into. I saw the entire show, but like the one I was really into was this one. And I did not get disappointed. I put aside where it was and I just watched the match for what it was and I enjoyed it.
You know, I didn't see the match. Truth be told, Clutch and Chris, didn't see any of this pay-per-view at all. Didn't see any of it whatsoever. I was playing in a park all day that day. So, at noon, and then I went live with Bobby on No Holds Barred, and we tried to talk about it. I'm like, Bobby, I didn't watch the show, brother. I told you I wasn't going to watch it. So it was hard for me to like go through the show and go, but I went through the results. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. This makes sense. I like that Solo one. I like that this happened, this and that, whatever. I just don't like how cartoony they're making this John Cena babyface turn, because you see it happening. It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen at SummerSlam. I think we're getting a double turn at SummerSlam. I think Cody's turning heel, and I think Cena's turning babyface. Chris is shaking his head. You're in on this, right?
Yeah, I was going to comment on that later in the show about Cody, but you jumped to it now. Because I've been seeing that they've been hinting at him having a heel turn soon. And I think we've seen that the John Cena heel thing just kind of hasn't really worked that great. It's been okay at best, but we're not buying it completely. Just turn him back babyface, finish out his career that way. And with Cody, we've talked about it a lot of times on this show, where it's the babyface thing. It's gotten kind of stale. And I mean, how long has he been back in WWE now? So like, it's time. It's time for a heel turn for him. I think it would make his character a lot more interesting. And yeah, that's what I was thinking is maybe we're going to have a double turn here soon.
You want to see that, Clutch? You're Mr. Cody.
I don't think SummerSlam, but I do think it's coming. Cody's basically like he's no longer like the guy coming back to WWE, climbing, scratching his way to the top. Now he's just he's consistently great. He has all the accolades now. He gets King of the Ring. He gets the tag team titles. He gets the world heavyweight title. He's basically become what he hated in Roman Reigns. If you look at it that way, he even had that time off period after WrestleMania. Everything, and there's parallels. I think it's happening. I'm not sure if they're pulling the trigger yet at SummerSlam, but we're very, very close. He's won everything as a babyface. I can't say they're booing him massively. Yeah, you can hear the smatterings now here and there, but I think it's time, and I think it would make for good TV. I mean, the John Cena heel turn has been very up and down, and more down than up. But so turning him back would probably be the best. The way in which they're doing it, I don't know. We'll see. But I would look forward to the Cody WWE heel run.
I truly think that moment where Cena was begging not to get hit with the belt and Cody didn't do it, they're going to call back to that moment. And Cody's not going to hold back. And Cody's going to turn heel. And the fans are going to do it too. The fans are going to cheer Cena. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. He's going to get all the cheers, and Cena and Cody's going to get all the boos. And I hope this time, the creative team, Triple H, whoever's in charge, I feel like Cena's been handcuffed with his promos versus Cody because they don't want Cody to be outmatched. He's the top babyface, or he's supposed to be. So they knew with Punk, like, go off, do whatever you want, because Punk can clap back, and people will get behind Punk no matter what. So they can go like, okay, we'll uncuff you versus Punk, but when you're back with Cody, put those handcuffs back on. But now they want Cena to be babyface. They want, if this is true, and they want Cody to be a heel. I can't wait to see these promo battles, because if Cena's uncuffed and could do whatever he wants, the fans are going to cheer this guy out of the damn arena, and poor Cody's going to be left like stranded. It's going to be fun to see if they let him do it. So I hope that does happen. It'd be fun. And I do think it needs to happen soon, Clutch, because Cena's on his way out. There's not much time left. And then we could see a babyface Randy Orton go after a heel Cody. That'd be fun to see. We've never seen that dynamic. So, I don't know. I think it's coming soon, but we shall see. Anything else on this show that you cared about, Clutch? Saudi?
I mean, okay, quick rundown. I don't care about Jade winning Queen of the Ring. Should have been Asuka.
Holy shit. Sorry,
Yep.
Bobby. What? Triple H, bro. I'm sorry. And we're not going to get on this long. You have fumbled this so poorly. Terrible decision. Terrible mistake. Mistakes were made. Jade Cargill's not ready. She's so bad. She reminds me of like the project quarterback, like Anthony Richardson. I'm just using him because he's on the top of my head. Where like, Justin Fields, they're just bad. But you think you can save them. You think you could do this, or you think no. At some point you realize they're Jamarcus Russell. They're just bad. And they're not worth your time or your whatever. Like, she's a great.
Hey, that's rough. You're going to put her on Jamarcus Russell level? Listen, I was okay with the first comparison. I don't know about the second one. I don't know if she's at Jamarcus Russell level. That's brutal.
I mean, she's not quite Jameis, because at least Jameis has his high moments, but where's Jade's high moments? It's flexing on the way to the ring. That's what she's good at best. That's what she's the best at, right? But anyway, we'll move on from that. Okay, what else, Clutch?
Yeah, going off of that though, just the interest in the match itself, it's going to be Tiffany and Jade, and I don't like it. I don't think there is a dynamic to look at that way. Anyways, who cares about that? We move on. I mean, we saw the Cody thing coming from all the way. There was some interesting parts where, like, you guys didn't see it, where Randy hesitated on punting Cody, and that cost him ultimately the match, and that was kind of cool. Okay, and I guess the only other thing that really we're not even going to talk about Rhea's match. She's great. Raquel's not. Move on. But I didn't see Solo winning, and I'm pleasantly surprised that he did, because if he lost that match, it's over for him. I don't think there's coming back from that. He gets buried by Jacob, and that's it. No matter how many Tonkins you throw at him, and plus they got to debut the other brother, Hikuleo. Tala Tonga, I think they call him now. Okay. So yeah, that's the most, I guess, other than the main event. That's the one thing that I was pleasantly surprised by.
I think it's a good move. It gives Solo something to do, makes him feel important. Jacob's a babyface. I said this from the start. Him winning at WrestleMania, I didn't like it. I think he monsters like Umaga and Jacob Fatu and other monsters like that are big tough guys. Rusev, I don't think they need titles because they're already just monsters. Why do they care about a title? Like when the Fiend won a title. I mean, I know there's two separate entities. One's a mythical crazy character. One's like a Samoan werewolf. But I don't think a Samoan werewolf would care about a gold belt. He would care about killing people. So that being said, I'm glad they took it off of him and put it on Solo, because Solo seems like the mafia type guy. I want to have the championships. I want to have the power. I got my lackeys behind me. Now Jacob can just tear them apart. So I love it, actually. I'm into it. Carlton with the belt. That's what he reminds me of now. I can't get after Money in the Bank, and it was goofy expressions and like, I just think of him as the goofiest Carlton act ever. So hopefully he changes back to a badass, the street fighter, prize fight. What do they call him? The prize fighter?
Street champion.
Street champion. Who was the prize? Someone was the prize fighter. Wade Barrett, probably.
No, Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Kevin Owens. What was Wade Barrett then? So Wade Barrett had something, right? They always talked about his bare knuckles. Anyway, moving on to Seth in Punk forever. It's never going to end. And I'm not complaining about it. I think it's awesome. I think it's one of the most intriguing storylines in the company, in all of pro wrestling right now, including AEW. I think that LA Knight getting involved is very cool to see, because I didn't expect LA Knight to be on Raw this week. I liked their little interaction with Punk, and it's just, so when you get all these stories combined, and Triple H has been doing this for years since he's taken over, all these stories that can just combine into one thing is such a beautiful thing to watch on television. So let me ask you this. Since they decorated this man's briefcase, now we know he's not cashing in for a long time, because they got to sell these things. My question, first off, when does he cash it in, and on who? Because I need to know, Chris, who do you think? Do you think it's going to be soon? WrestleMania? Royal Rumble? Like how soon or how late?
No, I think his character right now, he's someone that's going to wave that in front of everybody for a while. And like you said, it's a custom one, merch sales. I'd be surprised if they pulled the trigger on it soon. I think they're going to wrap this into his character, that he can just hold that over everyone's head, or whoever's the champion, whether now if he's going to cross over shows or whatnot. But I don't see it being anytime soon. But I don't know, because I don't know if there's going to be a change coming. But I would expect it's going to be like next year. Like, I don't think we see it in 2025.
Ooh, Clutch, you agree with that?
I'm not sure about maybe not being in 2025. I don't see any way how he can cash in on the WWE Championship. It's way too tied up with Cody, Cena, whatever is going to go down the line this year. I can see a world. There was a tease where Punk went at Gunther. Mm-hmm. And I can see a world where Punk finally gets the upper hand on both Seth and Gunther, finally wins the World Championship after how many years, and then Punk takes it away from him right away. because he has that power now because of the briefcase. And I think that's the storyline I'd rather go with. And maybe not, I'm not going to say let's do this now, but maybe we can do this come Survivor Series time, something like that.
So I heard something today. I'm not on social the medias, but I was watching YouTube, just rumors and stuff. So same stuff, except I don't got to read the comments because you can't on YouTube. I don't know how. But at least on Twitter, every time on Twitter I read some stupid headline, I always click the comments for some reason, thinking there's some intellectual. Like I'm not even smart. Fucking, there's all idiots. They're all idiots. They're all morons.
Josh, you don't know
I was
how to
like,
read
oh.
the comments on YouTube?
No, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I watch it on my TV, and you can't. There's no. It's just play. There's no on the television. I watch it on the television through my
Okay.
PlayStation. Oh, shut up, Chris. You know what? I know how to do it on my phone, just not on the TV. I should have
Yeah.
said that. Anyway, they said that there's gonna be a rumored tag match with Punk and Roman versus Seth and I can't think of Seth's partner right now.
One of
Either
his
way.
guys?
Not Gunther, right?
No, not Gunther. Probably one of his guys. Let me be honest with you.
Like Braun or something?
Probably, but there is a rumor that that's going to be the match. It's not going to be some world title match because I was expecting Roman and Seth finally, because Roman was taken out by Seth, but it makes sense for Roman to come back, team with Punk, kind of like what he did with Cody, to take down this evil group, and then later on we'll have Seth and Roman at WrestleMania. That's what I see happening. I don't see how they skip that match, Seth versus Roman at WrestleMania. But would you guys like a tag team? Another star-studded? It seems like they do these star-studded tag team matches all the time now. Are you in? I'm not into it because I don't care who wins. Clutch.
I think nobody ever likes them going into them. Then you watch the match and you're like, that's kind of cool because at the end of the day, it's a star-studded match for a reason, but it doesn't really like go to anything at the end of the day. I'd just rather have Seth and Roman at SummerSlam, but I think time's running out for that. So I don't know.
Time is running out, and I think it is going to be a fact of the matter where we'll see a tag team match. I think Roman makes his return. I don't know when. When is SummerSlam? August?
Usually it's in August.
Yeah, I think it's early August.
July? Early August? That's something I should know. Because Roman's got to come back for SummerSlam. He's going to be there. It's just when does he return? And he's going to do it against Seth. And Seth, right now, Seth doesn't have the title.
It's August 2nd and 3rd.
So Roman's probably coming back. Saturday Night Main Event? Possibly?
Yep, possibly.
It only makes sense. Well, who's Seth wrestling on Saturday Night Main Event? LA Knight? Oh, who is it?
It is LA Knight, isn't it?
LA Knight? Is it LA Knight?
Yeah.
I think it was. I think that was announced. So yeah, I mean, I could easily see Roman coming back then. But I'm into it, man. I love this kind of stuff. I know people are saying it might be running too long. Not me, man. I love this kind of long-term storytelling. But here's something that's not long-term story built at all. Matter of fact, I was talking to Chris about this pre-show. I can only name 2 matches for Evolution right now. Just 2. I can name Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. And I can name a random, 3 matches. A random battle royale with all these women for a shot at Paris. They go to Paris. And then I know Bayley, Lyra, and Becky for the IC title. What else is happening? Do we know? Literally, it's a week and a half away. Where's the stories going into this? Clutch. Is there stuff on NXT I don't know about? We got Lola Vice doing something down there. We have that little surfer girl doing stuff. What's going on?
I know they did I didn't watch the last NXT, so I'm in the dark about that part. I know they're doing like eliminator matches for something at Evolution for the title, so I'm assuming the NXT title is going to be on the line at Evolution.
Yes.
I just don't know against who because I still left NXT.
It's hold on, Jordan Grace.
Okay, Jordan Grace and JC Jane. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I got the match card right here for you, Josh. So after he's done, I'll let you know.
Let's read it off.
Yeah.
All right. So as you said, we got Io Sky, Rhea Ripley.
All right.
The NXT Women's Championship match that we just mentioned. You have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, which we don't know the people yet. We just know
So we don't know the match.
That's right.
We know that Roxanne Perez has been accepted into Judgment Day, and so now her and Raquel Rodriguez are going to defend their titles. It'll be a Raw tag team, a SmackDown tag team, and an NXT tag team. And I imagine over the course of the next week, we're going to figure all that out.
What they're doing right now is they're everyone's picking straws because there's no tag teams. There's no women's tag teams. No. So what are they doing backstage? Calling, hey, do you want to be a part of this match?
They're going to make a tag team. They got the Battle Royal that you mentioned.
Yep.
We have Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus.
Wait, have we seen Trish?
I thought we did recently. I don't know.
She was announced to be on Raw, I think.
She wasn't on Raw. You mean she was announced to be on SmackDown?
Possibly. I know she's announced for one of the next show, SmackDown.
Is SmackDown taped?
I don't think it is.
Just haven't seen Trish Stratus on TV to promote this match.
That's it. That's all we got.
All right. Well,
But hey, that's enough matches right there, considering one is a battle royal. We talk about we don't want too many matches on the card.
No.
So that's
just I don't feel like Trish Stratus. Like, don't you think they'd make a bigger deal of it? But I'm gonna actually watch the show. I think it's great. I'm curious to see what they were gonna do with Liv and Nikki. Like, does Nikki just not have a match now? Was Nikki ever going to have a match? I guess we'll never know.
You see, the whole time I was thinking they were going to go towards Liv and Raquel versus the Bella Twins. And now, do they still do the Bella Twins for that whatever tag team match that they're going to do, even though they're not technically a SmackDown team or NXT team? I don't know.
That'd be a cluster for these two women who haven't wrestled in years. I don't know if
there's enough other things going on in the ring that if they have any ring rust, you can hide it a little better.
You know what, Chris? You sold me. I mean, I'd love to see the Bella Twins on television. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, maybe they can be the SmackDown team.
Maybe they could be the SmackDown team, Chris. You know who's not going to be on television for a while? Chad Gable. That sucks. That stinks. You guys were joking about El Grande still being on television. What was it? I missed the joke. Is he replaced with someone else?
What do you mean replaced with someone else? He was just there.
He had
Chad Gable had his farewell speech to his team.
Yep.
Saying, I fast forwarded it together. Okay. Well, he was talking about how they got to pull together, this, that, and the other, and that while he's gone, Ivy is going to be in charge of the group now. She's going to be running the group, and then a little bit later, El Grande Americano walked by. He just walked through the screen there real quick. So just confirming, unlike Michael Cole's not a believer, but it proved, it can't be Chad Gable because he's out. He's gone now.
Yep. I wonder if they're going to do that. Have like this other guy wrestle. I doubt it. That was probably just for fun. That's cool.
No, they might because this person isn't really doing anything right now that I've seen.
Is it? Do we know who it is?
It's pretty obvious, I think.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. Who is it?
It's Ludwig.
That makes sense. You know who was in the background when Chad Gable was getting beat up and put in the sacrifice? Kaiser. Did you guys see him back there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was wondering what he was doing back there.
Yeah,
I like that gimmick. All right. I think it's cool.
The only problem was whenever he came out and walked next to him, he was noticeably taller.
Oh yeah, he's way taller. way whiter.
They had to kind of play with the camera a little bit, but I mean, if you were really watching, you could tell he grew. El Grande grew a few inches between last week and this week.
That just sucks that Chad Gable's gonna be out. I don't know how long. Does anyone know how long?
Well, I don't know how long, but I did see that he just went through surgery, so that probably means a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, man. He could just never catch a break.
End of the year. Yeah, I know. I felt like they were letting him go this time and letting him keep his momentum that he had built up once again. Because how many times has he built up momentum just for them to kill it all? Literally time.
Literally kill him.
So,
yeah. Wow.
So see, I felt like they were letting him run with this, and like he felt like one of the bigger mid-card storylines, like if not the biggest one right now. And then he goes and gets hurt in the middle of it. So I'm just wondering if, like, he's probably got it, like, he needs to recover right now, right? Like, he needs to stay at home and recover for a while. I'm hoping that when he gets good enough, he can at least come to the show and do some backstage stuff to, like, still feel like he's involved, even if he's not in the ring,
Yeah.
And then that way,
It's kinda
when he
like when-
eventually is cleared, it'll feel normal.
Like when Adam Cole was injured for 5 years, and they did the bits with MJF, and it was working, and then it just went nowhere. But I think WWE would do a much better job.
There wasn't there someone else, a woman wrestler that was injured not too long ago? I don't know. I can't remember. There was somebody else in WWE that was injured.
Liv.
Was it? No, it was. Wasn't it when Rhea was out? Rhea or Liv? It was in that Judgment Day storyline. One of them was out.
Oh, it was Rhea, I think.
It was it was Rhea, but they kept her on the show and in the backstage segments. So, like, you didn't really notice that she was out. She just was only doing backstage segments. So she stayed relevant in the story. And her storyline didn't die because of her getting hurt.
Shoot, if I got hurt on the job, I'm not doing backstage segments. I'm going home. I'll be on the couch. I'll be back. I guess, you know what? You know what? Thinking about that, because if you are gone for a long time, your character does get forgotten, and you want to stay on television. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, you want to stay hot while while your character's in the middle of a really good storyline.
Speaking of hot, there's about to be the greatest pay-per-view, not PLE, pay-per-view of all time. AEW All In Clutch. I'm talking to you. Because we got some cool stuff happening over there on the other side Wednesday nights. Let me tell you something. Kota Ibushi is back. Do you remember Kota Ibushi, Chris?
Yes. By the way, I know that you've been hyped for AEW, so that's why I was supporting my AEW shirt tonight. I went to go pick out a shirt, and I was going to pick out a different one. I said, I'm going to wear this one for Josh because I know he was genuinely excited for the AEW minute tonight.
I'm excited for the pay-per-view. I'm really upset that I'm going to be at the stupid Scott Fishbowl draft. No, I still want my invitation every year, Scott. I didn't mean that.
You're just upset that it fell on the same day.
I really am.
What's
Especially
new?
it's Orlando too. So it's not like I can go. It's not 15 minutes down the road. I'm just going to a draft and coming home. It's an all day thing. So he's back slower than ever, wrestling the other slow Asian guy, Okada. They wrestled. Ibushi came back. Chris, what would you do if Kota Ibushi came back? One of your hottest acquisitions ever. Would you beat him flat in 15 minutes in front of everybody clean? Because that's what they did. So whatever. But don't worry. Then the Don Callis family came. By the way, he took a huge clothesline from your boy Rainmaker. I can't remember this guy's name. He sucks. He's one of the worst wrestlers of all time. Okada. He's one of the worst wrestlers of all time. He took a clothesline from Okada, got straight back up like it did. No sold his finisher. Imagine getting an RKO'd and just no selling it. Just to take another one, dead forever. So he had all that energy from the first one. Anyway, so they had a match. Kenny Omega returned and beat the shit out of everybody. Sorry, Bobby. Kenny Omega's back. He hugged and embraced Kota Ibushi in the middle of the ring like golden lovers do. And they had a shared moment together. And it was very, very nice. So that was cool, Clutch. Hangman versus Moxley was announced for a Texas death match. Hangman announced that he wanted to do this so bad to kill Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley and the gang came out to confront him and told him no, because he can't handle it. They beat the crap out of him. They beat him up, tried to suffocate him, put his shirt over him, right? His jacket over him, leather jacket over him, suffocating him. Moxley already walks away, letting Cesaro and little dude do all the work. They all walk away. Hangman rips off his shirt like a man, Jack shredded. Goes, that's all you got? Give me death in Texas. And then Cesaro, starts calling out Cesaro, saying Cesaro is this and soft and this. He's a crybaby, yada, yada, yada. Cesaro doesn't like it. goes back up there about to jump the barricade. Samoa Joe comes up. Will Hobbs comes up. Boom, what you gonna do, homies? We got my back up. And then Marina Shafir is about to hit Hangman with the briefcase that has the AEW belt. What's going on, Bobby? Hangman takes the briefcase. She falls to the ground, frightened. And Moxley still won't give this guy a death match. So Paige goes, give me the death match right now, blah, 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 blah. All right, you want the death match? You got it, whatever. So Adam Page slowly walks away, smiling. Steps out of the ring, gets in position, has the mic. Do you know how far I would go to get this title away from you and to destroy you? Buckshot lariat to Marina Shafir in the middle of the ring. She sells it. She's dead. He hits a woman. The top baby face levels a woman on national TV in 2025. What a beautiful thing. We're in the Attitude Era all over again. This was awesome. Ospreay and Swerve Strickland versus the Young Bucks have been set for All In. Another thrown together superstar match, right? 4 studs coming together. But there's something on the line. If Ospreay and Swerve win, the Bucks are no longer EVPs. It's over. The run's over. The Bucks say, no, why would we do that? That's stupid. Why would we? What do we get out of this? And then Excalibur's like, Matthew's right. Like, this is stupid. Boom. Ospreay goes, if you win, me and Swerve, we won't get an AEW title shot for 1 year. We can't compete for it for 1 year. Swerve's losing his mind, telling this guy, bruv, you stupid mother effer. Ospreay's like, bro, we could take these chumps, bro. Like, they don't even lift. They're fat. They're old. They're balding. We got this. They accept the match. Now we have a tag team match. So if the EVPs lose, they're no longer EVPs. If the good guys lose, they don't get title shots for a year. And then if that hasn't sold you, Clutch, MJF, the best. Would you guys think MJF's a top 5 wrestler in the world? Like, for real, Clutch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because listen, he's the complete package. I don't know what it is. When you watch him, you think he's all promo. But then, like, when you really watch him wrestle, especially when he's going against somebody good, like, he can wrestle. He can go. So I would still put him at the top.
I'm glad you guys think that. Okay. So do I. Roman Reigns, right? Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Do you think they would be in a fatal 4-way match against Tozawa? Who are some underneath guys? Let's throw in JD McDonough. No, let's just throw in JD McDonough. Yeah, because there's someone at Tozawa's quality in this match. Tozawa, JD McDonough, because he's awesome, but he's just a lower level guy to get into like some kind of title match, right? That's what they did to MJF. He was going against AR Fox, Brody King, and some other midget loser guy. And MJF is selling for these people and acting a fool in a 20-minute match. I just don't know why they do that to him, but he did win the match. Now he's the second entrant into the Casino Battle Royale. So there we go. Do you know? Oh, no, the Casino Gauntlet. Do you guys remember the Casino Gauntlet rules? Clutch, you said you're a fan of this.
Big fan.
Do you remember it?
By the way, the other one was Anthony Bowens. I thought you were a big Bowens guy.
But when's the last time we seen Bowens on TV, Chris?
For me, it was last year because that was the last time I watched AEW.
Exactly. He's a nobody still.
Oh, but
and they put MJF in this match.
I haven't watched it in 6 months, so I don't know if I'm the best person to ask that question to.
But he really isn't on television a lot.
Okay.
They call him, so that's my thing is MJF, the top star, with 3 underneath guys.
Yeah.
And selling them.
Maybe mid-card, 1 lower card guy.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But yes, the Casino Gauntlet match, Clutch. 2 people start. Pinfall could happen at any time. It could end 1-on-1. 3rd person comes out. It's a triple threat match. 4th person comes out. It's fatal 4. It goes on forever until there's a pinfall. We don't know how many people. Sometimes people don't even get into the match. This match rules. This is one of the best things AEW's ever put together. Right, Clutch? Back me up, bro.
So logically, it can be a 1-on-1 match and end it as a 1-on-1 match, and nobody else comes out ever.
Yes.
So there's like because on these matches, normally if you come out in the beginning, you're at a competitive disadvantage. So it's an interesting dynamic to where coming out first, you could be at an advantage if you get the job done quick. you have an opportunity to have an advantage. But if it goes on long, now you're at the disadvantage. The momentum shifts.
How much is AEW pay? Listen, I will say this, and I dare anyone to challenge me on this. Dynamite was more entertaining than Raw. It was.
So Bobby, this is Josh's. This is one of our segments here. Josh every week has to try to sell Clutch to watch an episode of Dynamite, and it hasn't happened yet. So he's bringing everything he's got this week.
Here's the slam dunk. During the interaction with the Bucks, because I didn't want to bring this up because we're a positive show. We preach positivity, which we're going to talk about real quick before we leave. Back to WWE about a heel team getting massively cheered for winning the tag team titles. Swerve told the Bucks, "You don't make the shots here. You're not the boss. There's only one CEO and owner of this company. It's Tony Khan." You heard boo all over and then Will Ospreay took that mic and started talking real quick. Dude, Tony Khan got booed on live television when he was mentioned. That's fun to watch, right? That's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
They never booed Vince.
I don't know why.
They never booed Vince.
Why did people never, especially in the end, I never understood why everyone went crazy cheering him for like the last, I don't know, at least 5 years. I didn't get it. I didn't cheer him. Anytime we were downtown watching Monday Night Raw, I wouldn't cheer when he came out. I would boo him.
What a rebel. What a rebel you are. You're probably one of those fans in NXT screaming, "Fire Death Rebel," right, Clutch?
That might be me.
That was pretty good. Okay. We're going to go back to WWE for like 5 minutes and then we're going to wrap it up. How odd was it that it was two heel teams going against each other, the New Day and the Judgment Day? The fans had to pick a side, and they went Judgment Day, and they got a huge pop when they won those titles. Wasn't that odd to you? I knew they were winning the titles, but I didn't expect that pop at all. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I would say so. It was kind of surprising because, especially, I don't know, the tag team scene on Raw has been very bland. It's been very skippable.
Oh, yeah.
Like every week, that's usually the segment. You're like, all right, this is where I can get 15 minutes ahead and just move on. And I don't know, maybe the fans were just kind of seeing the bigger picture there that Judgment Day is getting all the gold. So this is going to maybe tie it into something bigger, make it interesting again, because it's been such a flop for I don't even know how long. Like, when was the last time that the Raw Tag Team Championships were interesting? So maybe part of them was cheering the team, and maybe part of them was cheering that, hey, maybe this could be good again. We've got something going here. It's been so stale and stagnant lately.
Now, Clutch, when I was watching this, and I'm a mark, right? I want good moments. I want huge moments. I want big moments. I was going, they have done zero with the New Day since they turned heel. Their peak was when they turned heel against Big E. And once they landed that, I guess you would call it an avalanche, midnight hour, or whatever the indie move is, with the Big E move, I'm like, oh shoot, Big E's coming back out tonight. And that's how they're going to lose the titles. Big E's going to distract them. Holy crap, we might be setting something up for SummerSlam. Like, holy crap, finally. Right? That's what I thought, because I'm such an idiot. None of that happened at all. And I'm like, so this whole New Day run, Clutch, was a waste of our time. Nothing happened. The only thing that changed is Woods wears underwear now, and his legs are freaking shredded. That's all I learned from this run at all. Or is there any saving this, Clutch? New Day?
Nah, it would have made so much more sense if they had something already planned with Big E down the line, not like, hey, if he comes back, there's a story. So I don't know. I lost faith in the New Day a while back. They're not bad. They're good characters and all. They're not catching on to anything. You can't. There's no way to continue that storyline without Big E, and just Big E's just not coming at this point. Also, for like the tag team match itself, I have this running theory now that people want to cheer Finn Balor. And whenever he does well, people appreciate it because I mean I remember back then when Finn Balor just came on and did his thing, won the world title in the first 2 weeks, and it was great. And then kind of got taken away. So I enjoy watching Finn, and whenever he wins, I'll enjoy it. And he's just been eating a lot of pins lately. So maybe it's just the fans like getting behind him a little bit because he deserves it. He's been working his ass off there for how many years now. So that's my running theory on that. But going back to the New Day, that's just I think that's lost.
I think Finn has been a highlight of Raw ever since he has basically turned heel on the Judgment Day. Since he has been giggling, laughing about everything that's happening with Liv. And, it's just him in the background just laughing like, oh, she's going to love it, with the whole tag team champions. Him just like, oh, Liv's going to love this. Yeah. Like, he doesn't mean that. And I think this is the best Finn Balor's ever been with this, like, conniving, giggling schoolgirl. Like, he thinks this is hilarious. That the Judgment Day is just blowing up and he's causing Liv all this pain. So I'll leave it at that. I recommend everyone watch Botchamania this week. Yes, I'm plugging other channels. I don't, like I said, don't go on Twitter or anything, so I didn't see all the Phil Brooks Saudi blood money memes. Botchamania put them all up on there. They were hilarious. So I didn't mention that because I would go to and take the money. So I'm right there with you, Phil. CM Punk, my dog. I would take the money too, so I don't blame you. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the show here on Finn's Talk Extra. We got to get this thing updated because it doesn't have Clutch here on the bottom. And it says we're still on the Finn's Talk Sports Network. So I'm going to push that up to the execs up here at Finn's Talk, Bobby, Melinda specifically, and see if he can help us out to get us a new little banner and add Clutch on here. It's been forever, guys. Come on. They've somehow revived the Judgment Day through Finn finally. That's Sandor, the Hound. Oh, the Hound from the Game of Thrones. I love that show. I love the Hound. You guys watch the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nope.
Chris, you've never seen Game of Thrones.
I've seen like 2 episodes. I didn't have up until you helped me out. I didn't have HBO. I had no way to watch it.
It's the greatest. I mean,
I know it's a good show. I know a ton of people watch it. I've never had HBO up until recently.
And the Hound's one of the greatest characters of all time, time. So thanks for coming in here, the Hound. I love chicken too. We're gonna wrap it up though. We'll be back next week though, Thursday night. We're live at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. We have all these awesome segments. We talk AEW here. We love AEW here, right, Clutch? Right, Team AEW.
You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me if you sold them on it or not.
Did I, Clutch? Did I at least get you interested?
Listen, that was the best sell job you've done so far. I will give you that.
Let's go.
Granted, no, I'm not watching. Anyways.
Okay. That's fair enough. The Hound, so if you're into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want more content like this, Finn's Talk Sports Network is our main channel. This is our sister channel, so I'm sure the description's somewhere down there and the link somewhere on this channel. So I really appreciate the contribution. Bobby, you've been here the whole time. I appreciate you as well. I'll be back Saturday, no holds barred. We're having a special show. We got deep into creative control, Mercedes Moné specifically. We had a huge debate on Mercedes Moné and how she's toxic and ruining professional wrestling. We're going to get into more people like that, more people with creative control, more people who've destroyed storylines. So that will be our topic on Saturday. No holds barred on Finn's Talk Sports Network. I will be talking about John Cena and how he destroyed Wade Barrett in the Nexus. I cannot wait to bury that man. But anyway, until then, guys, we'll see you next week. Clutch, Chris, any last words?
Nope, I got nothing this week.
Dang, we're holding our peace. That's cool, guys. We'll be back next week. Peace out.